Have you ever taken the time to think about how your speaking skills impact other people beyond these meetings? Have you taken the time to consider how your words fall upon the ears of others? In 1981, I was a shaky, nervous, twitchy 13-year-old boy. It was an interesting year. I had my first crush that year. Speak with conviction? I think not. I couldn't speak at all. I had a better chance of speaking to a squirrel than speaking to that girl. And it rhymed. Also in that same year, my favorite movie came out. You might remember it, you might not. It was called Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah.
Great movie, right on. It sprouted some of the best actors of our time. For Jason Lee, it sprouted Judd Hirsch. Nope, Judge Reinhold. My apologies. It also had Forrest Whitaker. It had Sean Penn. But it had a lesser-known actor. I can't even tell you his name. That's how unknown he is. But he played an interesting character named Damone. He was that guy who would go out and scalp tickets. He'd do all the things that you're not supposed to do. And there was a younger person, a freshman in high school in the movie, and he just looked up to Damone. And that young guy was named Rat. I couldn't relate to Damone, but I could relate to Rat. Like me, he couldn't speak either, especially to the ladies. He was in love with a specific girl, couldn't talk to her at all, couldn't even be near her, couldn't take his eyes off of her, much like me. And he went to Damone, and it was the best line, in my opinion, of the entire movie, where Damone said to him, as he gave him advice, which included, plays side 1 of Led Zeppelin Volume 4. He said, always make sure that no matter where you are, that's the place to be. I thought that was great advice. At the age of 43, I still use that advice. I've extrapolated on it since then. These days, it's no matter what I do, I had every intention of doing that. And no matter what I say, I had every intention of selecting those words. Everything done with purpose. Speak with conviction. Speaking with conviction isn't just about what you said. It's about the tone of your voice. It's about the speed of your voice. It's about your facial expressions. It's about your body language. It's about how you pause, when you pause, how long you pause. There's a lot involved. And if you look at some of the best speeches and the best speakers of our time and even before our time, you'll find things wouldn't have been the same if they had done things differently. Perhaps Gettysburg Address would not have flowed so well out of Lincoln's lips if instead of saying things like 7 years ago was, well, you know, roughly 87 years ago. I don't think it would have captured people in the beginning the way it did. Same applies to Gandhi. How well would his peaceful protests have rolled in India if he just sat on the street with a big goofy grin on his face the whole time? I doubt he'd been taken too seriously. Speak with conviction. Speaking is about communication. It's also about listening. It's a give and take. I got involved in teaching so that I could speak to others, so that I could convey messages, so that I could impact their lives. Now at 43, teaching 6 years, I can share with you at approximately 130 students per year, and that's just the ones that sit in my class, never mind the ones that take a liking to me flowing in and out of the hallway. I can't begin to share with you half these kids. And it used to be where I was embarrassed in the beginning, where they'd meet up with me in a supermarket and say, hey, Mr. Leo, and I'd feel stupid saying, hey, you. But now I'm over 40, and I don't care as much about that. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't faze me. Hey, Mr. Leo, how are you? I'm pretty good, and I'm 43. You're going to have to forgive me, I don't remember your name. I don't remember breakfast 2 days ago. Well, I had you 3 years ago, Mr. Leo. Yeah, breakfast 2 days ago. Don't remember that either. Don't feel bad. My name's Jacob, Mr. Leo. Excellent. Well, how are you, Jacob? I'm great, Mr. Leo. I want to thank you. Well, why is that, Mr. Leo? Why is that, Jacob? Because, Mr. Leo, you made a real impact on me when I was in school with you. You see, you didn't know it, but I was on the edge of dropping out. And the way you spoke to me in class, it wasn't about language arts, it wasn't about math, it wasn't about history, it wasn't about science. It was about life. It made a difference to me, Mr. Leo. It didn't make a difference to me then, Mr. Leo, but 2 years later when I graduated, it had a huge impact on me. So thank you for all you did. Funny thing, Jacob, I didn't do anything. You did it all yourself. You may not have heard me when I said it, but you heard me when it mattered. Speak with conviction. Always keep in mind the impact you're making on those around you. Keep in mind your words don't just matter when you're here in this room with us Thursday nights, 7 p.m. till 8:30, or whenever Franco gives the go to leave. Your words always make a difference. Keep in mind that your words are huge. Your words have capabilities you can't imagine. Keep in mind the lives you touch that are younger than you. Keep in mind the words that have touched your life. Words passed to you from people no longer here with us. Keep in mind all the words spoken with conviction that have passed to family, friends, and peers. Be sure you use your words wisely. Speak with conviction and impact as many people in this world as you can in a positive way.